between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Jackson. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking and finding Shepard on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tua going to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
Dalton Schultz really built on his 2020 when he seized the Cowboys' starting job in 2021. 78 catches, were 3rd in the league for tight ends. He's locked himself in as one of the Cowboys' main pieces on offense. They'll go to him every chance they get when he makes first down catches like that.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And this throw will be intercepted. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 29, Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. That's caught at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Garabay's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Right. Go, 38. Ready?
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Tua now on first down. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Cowboys! Garrett Wilson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Micah Parsons was drafted as an off-the-ball linebacker, but the Cowboys discovered he might be pretty good at this pass rusher thing as well. 13 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and unanimously won the Rookie of the Year on the defensive side of the ball.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. From the 29, Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua out to his left. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Jackson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Jones' throw caught by Tony. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Pass incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Ready. Strike. Check. Strike.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. Now this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but well, we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great